everybody.
Welcome, welcome. So, I'm trying to find. There we are. So
what topics shall we be talking about tonight?
Well, there's so much.
Should we talk about the bullying thing or not? Should we? Or we'll save that for the YouTube. What do you guys think? If you joined us, welcome everyone.
Right, I can't see us. Are we on?
Not?
Oh yes, we are. We're on. There we are.
I think we could talk about a few things, Trevor. What I've got in mind, we could put it on the agenda. Is
we can talk a little bit about it. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Talk about a bit about capital gains.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing been set in concrete yet, so that'd be interesting. And also your experience, your first lettings experience with Rightmove.
Oh, that has been amazing. Can I tell you? You know, I'm so thankful.
That's why I wasn't concerned during coronavirus. We had this tool.
Well, the tool is an incredible tool, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you better give everybody. What if everybody come on, but maybe give them a bit of background and a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think we are live. Yeah, I can see us. Hello, Jane. Need hope, Lesley. What do you need hope? Are you all right? Hello, Kabir. Hello, Kieran. I hope everyone's doing well.
Yeah. Look, I can see everyone. There we are. Yep. Others. Holly's on. Kabir, Jane. Good evening, Jane. You're on early tonight, so you've done all your shopping and hopefully you've done your cooking as well.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Trevor, where is your grandson at the moment? Is he sleeping? Could he make an appearance?
Yes. Would you like to see him?
I would love to see him. What about you guys? Does everybody want to see?
Do you know what? He looks just like me. He does. All right. I'm going to be crying, but I'm going to bring him in. Once you carry on, I'm going to get him in.
Yo, guys, whilst Trevor's out of the room, I just want to say I really missed you all. So excited to be back on Wednesday. Marla says Martin has an update on lenders. Yes, he's going to be joining us shortly as well. And so, yeah, I love our little cash flow group and our Wednesdays. So hopefully tonight, hello Calvin. So I think we need a bit of a reunion or something, like physically at some point when we're allowed to.
Okay. So
let's see your son as well.
Look.
Oh.
Hello. Can you say hello to the world?
Camera.
Can you see?
You're so cute.
Can you see me? How's that? So this is little baby Trev. This is. Can you say hello? Hello, everyone. He's good. He's so good for, you know, just a month old. Look, he's so interested. Such a good boy.
Oh, how does it feel to have your grandson with you?
Oh, it's fantastic. Look, and he looks like me. He's got a double chin, dark hair, big belly, and he looks just like me. And he's interested.
So is he gassing a lot at the moment? Is he
yeah, he gasses, but mind you, the rest of the family seems to do very well in that department anyway. I think it runs in the family. I really do, you know. Not as much as me, but you know the family, Lesley, and there's a lot of gas in this family, I can tell you. So welcome to the family.
Out then in.
Yeah, his name is Ethan Trevor Cutmore. Isn't that?
Oh, I love it.
He's so clever. He is a clever boy.
Oh, he's looking at you adoringly, no?
Yes. But I'm going to give you back to your daddy, and I'll see you later.
Bye, right? Baby Trevor. Auntie Lesley.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. I'll wait to meet him. Oh, look at his little zebra pants as well. Cute.
That is funny. That's really funny.
Oh, so hi everybody. Hi Adowu. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So, Martin's joining us a bit later. I have sent him the link for this. But Trevor, tell us a little bit about what's going on with capital gains.
Capital gains?
Yeah. I hear that the government are trying to find ways to collect more capital gains tax.
Well, again, they're discussing it. Look, what came out this week was that the bill was passed that, and we've got to take this with a little bit of pinch of salt. The bill was passed to be able to build 2 stories above a property to increase its capacity, you know, whether flats or whatever you want to do. And, you know, I did a video on my YouTube probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now about what the government were actually saying, what it actually meant. So this has been talking, and they've passed this bill. But as in the English language, there are exceptions to the rule. And what they passed and said, look, you can now do 2 stories. That's interesting. So does that mean you can just do it? No, it doesn't. You're going to have a structural survey to make sure, first of all, that the foundations and what's already there is going to take the weight. Otherwise, if it doesn't pass building regulations, it's going to collapse and people will die. Secondly, you cannot cut across privacy, sound, and light, okay, pollution. You cannot. So these sort of things will prohibit 2 stories going up, because in those particular places, you're going to cut, it's going to hit those and you won't cut across. So where it sounds absolutely great, again, you need the wisdom of the architect coupled with the planning office, because it's saying a lot of it you won't need planning permission for. You still need to go and speak to them because you don't know if you're breaching or not. So Lesley, it's the same thing again. Small amount of information is very, very dangerous. I can see you got a little smile on your face because you know what I'm talking about. The government say one thing and everyone says, oh yeah, let's do it. And then bang, and there's no excuse. There's no ignorance that you can plead in a court of law when the enforcement officer comes down and says, you got to take it down.
Or you got to take it down, mate.
You got to take it down now, mate. Get out of my pub.
Down, mate. But the government said this. Oh, but it doesn't, you know, doesn't go with our regulations and fulfill requirements, blah, blah, blah.
Well, 3 or 4 weeks ago, they also said that they were looking at, you can demolish property without planning permission.
That sounds a bit nuts.
Well, it is nuts. It's completely nuts. And I don't know why they're giving these small snippets of information, because, look, I'll never forget one story. There was a couple that had divorced and it was not friendly. And he had built a huge extension on the back of his house. And he was so angry that he didn't want his wife to benefit from that. So he went in the night with a bulldozer and he took pretty much 2/3 of the house and destroyed it. It just demolished it.
Man.
Now the thing is, he got done because you cannot demolish without permission. And even though the government is saying this, I would still, because there will be exceptions to the rule. There are building regulations that you have to follow. Let's take the project that you and I are looking at doing. We've got a meeting next week. That project that we're looking to demolish is between 2 buildings. So if we got Joe Bloggs and say, yeah, chop that down, and he goes and smashes it, and the other 2 buildings side by side, they collapse in, whose fault is it? Is it ours? Well, the government said we can demolish it. If we don't build...
Yeah, absolutely.
If we don't build building regs and the like in to make sure it's done correctly, and you need the guidance of the planning commission office, you need it, all right, because they're there to give you help and advice, not just to give you permission. And we mustn't negate that. Must not. It's massive. It's really massive. It's one of my pet hates at the minute, that people think, you know, we can do this, we can do that. I get a lot of people contacting me. No, check it. And even if someone like Lesley or I said, yeah, you might be able to do that. Honestly, go to the council and ask them. You get it wrong, you're going to pay. It's terrible.
Trevor, so Marla's asked whether we could change the screen to gallery view. I think it already is. Can you try on your side? Because at the moment we can only see one or the other.
Okay, I think I might be able to do that. Let me see. I just got to come back. Gallery view. How about that?
I think we need to wait for a few seconds to see whether it's worked.
Okay, I think I've done it. 3, 2, 1. How's that? There you are. How's that?
Don't know.
No, it works. It works.
Yeah, I'm just seeing whether it's reflecting. There you go. Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's slightly delayed recording, right, when we go on to Facebook. So that's interesting.
Marla's asked, Marla, I am feeling better. I kid you not. My
Oh, bless Marla.
yeah. It was last week. I can tell you. On Tuesday, I came down with a horrendous. Well, Monday night, I started with a bad headache. I had a huge fever for most of the week. My throat, I felt like I had an orange which was on fire, so I couldn't swallow. Really hard to speak, and that lasted all the way to Sunday. I was eating paracetamol. I was taking Strepsils.
Poor you.
Yeah, Strepsils every hour or so, and as much water as I could get. And it was horrendous. I couldn't think. I couldn't concentrate. It was awful. But I didn't have a cough. So was it corona? I don't know. I stayed away from baby Trev. Everyone calls him Ethan, but I've always called him baby Trev. And but I'm better now.
Hey, Martin's coming on.
Why Martin's coming on? Let me just tell you about the story. So when we found out that my son, a partner was pregnant, and we found out it was a little boy, I just called him baby Trev. And then as it went on, the family knew what his name was, but no one told me. And the day he was born, my son called me and said, Dad, we named Ethan Trevor. And I got something in my eye that day. I really did. It was just something in my eye. You know, Martin tells me real men cry, don't they, Martin?
Yes, Trevor.
And congratulations to Leeds United. Leeds United. Let's just give a clap, Lesley, to you, Leeds United.
Football, woohoo!
No, stop it.
Woohoo, love football, yay! I just want to run around naked because I love football so much. Woohoo!
Can I just say, Lesley, the streaking stopped many years ago. It did. We don't do that in football anymore.
Well, I do.
Oh, what Martin does. Okay, maybe we should. You're going to promise something. So when Leeds win the Premiership, will you streak naked?
Yes, but I'll probably be dead by then.
By the way, we need a Martin rant. But Martin, tell us what's going on in the world of lending. Anything new?
I'm not going to rant tonight. I'm just going to say it's got better. It's all gone. Yeah,
whoa, no rant from Martin. That's weird.
The lenders, look, lots happened. Lenders have bounced back, buds. You know, they've come back 75%. Shawbrook joined the party today. You know, HT, everybody's joined the party. Oh, let's get back to it.
What about development? All good?
That'll follow now because there's exits.
Right. Okay.
If you've got lenders willing to lend at 75% genuinely again, then yeah, there's no real problem there now. So yeah, let's get on with it.
So can I
I've
ask
got a real bad internet connection tonight, Trev. I don't know what it is.
Who, me?
No, I have. It just keeps bouncing out. I can't use my PC for some reason.
Ah, it's because Leeds United have won the championship.
Shawbrooks are back.
Yeah.
75%.
Yeah, they came back today. They've removed all the restrictions that they were putting on during COVID.
Nice.
And it was pretty weird, to be honest, during COVID. My hair's sticking up.
But yeah, the announcement of Oxford University and the government purchasing 100 million vaccinations.
Yeah, I've got 7.
Is Charlie there tonight? Can she come and talk?
She is here, but she's not dressed appropriate enough for you to see her.
Because she supports Leeds United, Lesley.
Yeah.
I'm running around the garden naked.
And I have 15 teachers in my garden.
Really? Why?
At the end of school, they've all come round to get drunk, social distancing drunkenness.
Oh, can you take us down into the garden, please?
Like, look, do you really want to... Oh, Trevor.
Oh, please.
Come on. Like, you always do this.
Yeah, come on. We want to see a day in the life of the financial guy. Hello.
Hi. Nice bottom.
That's your favourite daughter.
Yeah.
You have one daughter, right?
And here's a gaggle of teachers.
Gaggle of Teachers, is that right?
There you go, gaggle of teachers.
Well, we can't see them. Can you turn the camera around? We just see you at the minute. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Are they really teaching children?
I don't know about teaching.
That's funny.
No.
So there you've seen gaggle of teachers.
Nice.
I've got to walk all the way around the bloody house again to get up.
Marla wants to see Matteo, that little young man.
He's actually sleeping at the moment. He didn't have his afternoon nap, so we actually, before I came on, I actually took him out to my cousin's house so he could play a little bit with his cousins. And he's just like, since I've come back, I run upstairs to be on the webinar. He's like, with his bottle of milk. So we won't be seeing him. I'll bring him on next time if there's a request. Trevor, do you want to tell everybody about how? Okay, so I've got a question for you because Trevor has finished building his houses, so they're all completed. Has the snagging been sorted?
No, that will be finished next week. The snagging. I spoke to him today. It will be finished next week. I get a handover next week.
Awesome. But we've been putting adverts out on Rightmove. And how have you found it so far? Because it went live yesterday.
It went live yesterday. I've had, I think, 7 or 8 inquiries straight away. I did 1 viewing today, so they're coming back to me, so that should be good. I've got 2 more viewings on Saturday. Some people who are on benefit, I said that we would only consider you if you have a guarantor. One lady, she didn't understand and came back and said, my ex-husband earns 30,000, but he didn't own a property. So I said, I'm sorry, that doesn't qualify you, unless you have a friend who will do that for you. And yeah, I've had 2 who have pets, but that's down to me because I didn't ask you, make sure that no pets were allowed. And it's funny, I had one gentleman, he was very persistent. He said, I've got a nice dog. The dog, and then he rang me back. He said, but the dog won't live in the house, it'll live in the garden. I said, look, I'm really sorry, but that's no good because if the dog is barking, the rest of the tenants are going to leave. And then he rang back again. He said, I'll give you £25 more rent. I said, no. I said, I'm really sorry, but no pets allowed. No
Sounds
pets.
like you had fun.
Yeah. It was amazing. It really was the power of that, Lesley. So, sending a brief description, some pictures from when it went. And it just went bang. It was incredible. It was really, really, mind-blowing, really.
It's a powerful platform, isn't it? So, I think Trevor's frozen, or maybe I've frozen. No, Martin's still live.
I'm here.
Yeah.
My internet is rubbish tonight. I apologise.
What do you mean you thrown some rubbish?
No, my internet is rubbish. I don't know what's going on.
It's better than Trevor's. He's like midway frozen. We probably look frozen to him.
He doesn't do technology though, does he? Let's be fair.
Oh no, he's gotten really good at it now.
No, he's got good at playing with apps. All right, he doesn't.
He edits all his own YouTube videos, kind of. Much better at it than me. I send it to an editor. Like I have to give a bit of contribution, but I send it over.
Has he definitely gone then? It's just me and you. What should we rant about then? Is anybody on here that wants me to rant? Put a question in the box. Anything.
Oh, we actually had one, which is, what's the sort of best strategy that we would recommend for the next 6 months?
Buy something awful, make it into something better. Really, there's lots of that.
I think that's all season strategy, no?
No, but then if you look at the if you try
incentive to build at the moment.
But if you're buying buy-to-lets and stuff like that, the pricing's still too high, isn't it? So, if you're buying...
We were talking about this, weren't we? So, yeah, I think like if anybody's wants to do a BRR project, I think you always need to sort of... The numbers are so important. No point in getting it if it doesn't give you some sort of profit at the end of it. So ultimately, you want to create more value to the property so that you can extract some money out and not have ideally any money left in. Is that possible?
Yeah, well, of course it is. Yeah, but you're looking now at all the conflicting information given out by various people. It's like, oh wait, this house price is going to tumble. Wait, don't do it right now. There's going to be great opportunity. But the trouble is, If the house prices go that way real quick, down real quick, then lending just stops. You haven't got access to the finance. So I'm not a great believer in waiting. Find your deals now, do your deals now, get them done now. All right, yeah, you might in 6 months' time find a property that's really, been let go for a song. But look, you're not going to get money on it. We just don't want lending. We don't want the property prices really to crash, because crashing leads to no finance, but then the cash buyers mop up. So how many people out there are cash buyers? Hands up. Hands up. How many people got 50% deposit? Hands up. That's reality. That was 2008, 2009, 2010. So, we've got to look at it objectively, really. When is the best time to buy? What's the best strategy? This pandemic, God knows, but I think it's just business as usual, to be honest. Just get on with whatever you want to do, get on and do it. What are you going to save, really? You're going to save what? 10% on a house price, maybe 15%, but your interest rate on your mortgage has now gone from 3 to 9.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So I'd say get on with it.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. I really don't. It just went boom. But no.
Mine's been doing that, to be fair, Trevor. It just drops out and goes, vanishes. I don't know why.
I agree with you, Martin. I heard the end of that. But, people are asking me. I had another guy today. Should I be buying now or should I be waiting? And look, my advice is, look, if you're thinking about doing the same thing as we were doing, so find something you can do up and think you can flip out. I don't think that model's that viable at this time unless you get a cracking deal, all right? And you can move fast and do the turnaround quick. But we all know that there's a dip coming. And if you are waiting for that to happen, and like you say, I think you're going to lose opportunity. But I think the opportunity you've got to look for is to do a little bit more. So a bigger refurb, whether converting something into flats, 2, 3 flats in one house. That's what I'm going around the agents and asking for. And if I can get that, I know that at the back end, I can make some money. And that way, I think it can be very, very powerful.
Yes. Yeah. See, people are losing sight of something. What happened in the last 18 weeks? We had the pandemic. We had mortgage payment holidays. We had restrictions. Loan to values was 60, 65%. Suddenly, people didn't have the money to put in a 40 or 35% deposit. Didn't have it. So are they going to have it if house prices go down another 10%? What's the difference? Please explain to me. What's the difference? You lose 10% of house pricing, but you've got to find more money that you're going to borrow from an investor.
Yeah.
What, 8%, 9%, 10, 12? I don't know. Whatever. It could be anything, right? Probably in a recession, 12. Risky money. So where's the logic? Am I missing something? And I'm in finance and I do numbers.
Yeah.
I am missing something, right? Am I? I'm not. Am I?
No, I agree with you 100%. And I think that's where people will miss the point and they're going to wait. And as you know, if you wait too long, not only that, if you haven't got the cash to move quick, you're in second place and you're going to lose stuff.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, and if you haven't got the lenders willing to back you, they'll be looking for experienced guys only.
Yeah.
You won't be getting in there if you're a first-time landlord. You've got a couple of buy-to-lets in your own name, and you want to go and do an HMO. You're just not going to get in the door because lenders won't do it. The risk is too high. So that I'm not going to argue with any property gurus or anything, but experience tells me from the 90s and through the 2000s that sometimes waiting is not the right method. And we don't know how long this is going on for. We don't even know if there's going to be a massive downturn. That's the other thing. We don't know. Why are lenders bouncing back at 75% and going business as usual as of today? Why are they doing that? Do they know something we don't? That means there's no liquidity problem. So now we've only got a house pricing problem. So if the house prices become a problem, then lending will just become restrictive to a certain marketplace.
Yeah.
Sorry to say. Sorry, guys. Got a rant. But it's the way it is.
I know. I agree. I think you can wait, or you can just go and negotiate the best deal that you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Business as usual.
Yeah, just get on with it. You know, don't wait, because it's going to take you probably, if you put an offer in today, Lesley, let's be honest, you've gone to buy something.
Yeah.
Sorted your mortgage out, then the legals get involved. You've got what, 3 months now, maybe more, before you complete.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're at Christmas. It's Christmas time. Let's all have put a hat on and dance a tune, and you're complete in January.
Yeah, or even Feb. It's just nice and breezy. There shouldn't be too much pressure. There's no urgency, in my opinion, because everybody knows that, you know, everything's a little bit more delayed and difficult now.
Yeah. Yeah. You're so laid back though, Lesley. I've never known anybody as laid back as you to deal with. It's just like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
James asked a good question. So let's suppose let's do two scenarios. Let's suppose you've done 2 or 3 refurbs on houses, and now, you know, after listening to this, you say, right, I can buy a house and now convert to 2 or 3 flats. Not done it before, but you've done refurbs before. How are the lenders going to see it? And the second part, let's suppose you've never done it, but you're in a position you want to go, and your first project is to get a house and to convert to 2 or 3 flats. What are the lenders going to look at you there? How are they going to face that?
Taking the first scenario, that's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
All right. So you are deemed as having some sort of relevant experience. Does it give you the whole of the market? No, it doesn't. However, you put your right project team together to go with you on it. So you don't just use a Mickey Mouse builder, you use somebody, and you have a right team around you. The lenders will fund you. You make it look good, they will fund you in that scenario. The other scenario, if you're brand new to this, that's a little bit tricky. Yes, there are lenders that are going to fund you, but let's be honest, you're on the wrong side of the interest rates unless you maybe hook up with somebody that's got a bit of experience to give you access to those. So it might mean you have to give a share away in the company, 10% or whatever it is. You might have to JV with them for one deal. But that market, newbie market, going into refurb is quite tricky. So again, the builder comes in. Who's your builder? Who's actually helping you out? Who's your project team on this? You may get it across the line. There are a number of lenders that will do it for you, but you do pay a premium, Trevor. You're paying difference between 0.65% on a bridge to 1.15, 1.25. It's twice as expensive, or nearly. Yeah. All right. So, but it can be done. It can be done.
Can I ask you another question? One of my sons has returned home. He lived about 6-7 years in France and Geneva, Annecy in Geneva, and then he's been about just over 2 years in Costa Rica. Now, even when he was here, he's 34 years old, but when he left school, he trained and qualified as a plasterer. Then since then, he's done carpentry. He has actually built houses himself, and he specialized in doing high-end, like £100,000 kitchens in Geneva, high-end, and he's a perfectionist. And many other things he's done in property, but not here for over 10 years. So I've been talking to him. Now, if I was to have a project, let's say, to turn something 5 or 6 flats, which we're looking to do on one of the properties that I've got, how do I get him sold to the lender when his experience hasn't been in this country? Because I'd like him to project manage it.
It doesn't matter where his experience is. That's the first. That's a misconception.
Fine.
All right. It's showing that he's got it. So has he got proof of what he's done? I mean, a lot of lenders will just take the basics. They'll say, has he got a website? Probably not. But has he got a portfolio that he can show us of work completed? If he's got that, tick a box. Yeah. All right. His qualifications at doing it, if he's got any, that would help. Yeah. The fact that he's lived abroad is irrelevant. Yeah, absolutely irrelevant, Trevor. Absolutely relevant.
Not piggyback off Trevor.
Well, if Trevor wants him to piggyback off him, but he's old enough. His son's old enough. Get on with it himself. Come on.
Yeah. I might, while you're talking, I might see. Look, I'm going to ask him to give me his phone and show me some of the kitchens. I mean, it was great. Some of the kitchens are sort of 60, 70, 80, 100,000 euros for a kitchen. But he is a perfectionist. It has to be absolutely spot on. And he'll walk in, he's got an eye where he sees things straight on. That's wrong. So he has to do it properly. He really does. It's great.
Yeah, come on.
I'll get him. One sec.
Yeah. Then we'll have. Then today we would have met all 3 generations of the Cutmore house.
The Cutmore clan.
The Cutmore clan. Yeah. Well, Trevor's sons are all very handsome. They all look like another version of like Superman or Clark Kent.
Yeah, we'll have to have a word with Marie about that. Don't tell him that.
Thanks to Marie.
Yes.
Like different versions of Superman / Clark Kent.
Trevor been away a lot.
Yay.
So this is my middle son, Jack. He's very cheeky. Okay, shut the door.
Apparently he's the he's like Trevor on steroids.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I said that his phone's flat, so we're just charging it. We'll get it on and get some pictures up. But yeah, Jack is a bit like me on steroids, all right? So he is. He's funny, like cocaine. You see, he's funny. We're only joking with that. Steroids is better. But he's funny, he's cheeky. Jack, just talk about the kitchens you do. So I know you built houses.
Trevor, I've got to jump for 2 seconds, all right? 2 seconds.
Okay.
Right.
So just about the kitchens. When you look at a kitchen, so what's the biggest things when you walk in the kitchen and you see that they're not done properly? What's the biggest problems that people do?
I'd say nothing's straight, nothing's level.
Okay.
You can see it.
You can see it. And what about the closers? We went into the new houses and he opened. So I have these soft closers, and he opened it and he said, "Look, Dad, if you push this in and push this button here, it actually catches it earlier. So there's a longer time of soft close." I didn't even know that. So what about that sort of stuff?
What do you mean?
So I mean, should you have a longer closer or a short closer?
Short closers are better.
Okay.
If you don't know anything about kitchens, it's longer closer. It's like more impressive. It's like,
So what about Howden Kitchens?
Huh?
Howden's Kitchens.
Oh, they're horrible.
They are horrible, aren't they?
Why?
It's
Cheap.
What kitchens did you fit?
I did a lot of Italian, a few German kitchens.
What were they made? Do you remember the make?
The one I worked a lot with was Mitten. There's a lot of glass, basically.
High-end stuff.
Yeah.
Did you used to go drive down and buy it?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Where was it made?
The east of Italy, somewhere. I can't remember their name.
Nice.
It was probably the most expensive kitchen I did was 113,000.
113,000 for one kitchen. So just look now, Jack was what time? I know how hard he works. So fitting a kitchen, you used to start at what time and finish at what time?
The worst thing I did was start at 7 in the morning, finish at 5 in the morning.
But let's do some truth here. So this is why so many of you are thinking about, let's take a Howden's kitchen and let's take a 3-bedroom house and we've got a 12 by 10. No, a 12 by 6 kitchen. All right, that's an average size, 12 by 7 kitchen. If you were looking at that, feet. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's do a 4 by 3 meter. Right. Okay. How long?
I'm going to mute Martin for a little bit.
The carcasses are made. How long would it take you to fit a Howden's kitchen?
Howden's?
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of stuff.
Well, roughly.
10 years.
No, come on. How long would it take to fit it? Come on. Put it
Howden's, I don't know.
A day.
No. Howden's 3-4. It's hard to do it properly. Because he is a perfectionist. But the thing is, with Howden Kitchens, when I get them fitted, honestly, it's 2 days, and that includes the tiling because they whack it in and it's done. All right. But the stuff that he does, it is much higher end. So if we were going, when we're doing Cambridge, we might want a higher end kitchen. If we're going to go London, we certainly want a higher end kitchen because they're going to be spending well over £100,000 on a kitchen. So it's all relative. But it does depend. So, if anyone's watching and they want to do some good stuff in London, let me know. All right. But he's perfectionism, should I say, isn't for Howden's Kitchens, is it? No. So it's all about the install for me.
Right, you've got to get your phone on because it's charging. I want you to see the kitchens that he's done, but they're very, very nice high-end stuff.
I'll upload.
You upload.
I've got something to contribute, but it's not about kitchens, but it just reminded me. So my parents are getting their house refurbed at the moment, and so I've moved them into an SA. But so the builders have been there, so they're just stripping everything back at the moment. And on one of their walls in the living room, there's a bit of damp, and we always thought it was from like the outside pipe. Maybe it wasn't screwed on tightly, so it's impacted the wall. But what they found out is that the beams that sort of hold the body, hold the body, and the foundations have started to rot. And there's damp, and that's what's caused the water rot. But it's a bit scary because the foundation, the house is starting to slide a little bit because of the rotting and damp beams that hold the foundation. It's a little bit scary, isn't it? So I'm really glad we're doing the refurb. We didn't even notice this before.
Yeah, have you got to do some underpinning?
I have no idea, but I will know by tomorrow.
Here's Jack in France doing something with a property that he bought, which is an old cow shed to redo. Look.
I took off the roof.
Yeah, he took off the roof. So this is him doing it all himself. And there we are, look at that.
Tiny.
The thing is Jack, and there's other stuff.
It's Superman.
But no, the other stuff.
Superman used to work on a farm.
It's not on the furniture.
Is it? You got the other thing that
what I built.
yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's put it out.
There we are. So he was doing stuff like this.
It's the same building.
Okay, the same building. But Jack actually went to climb Mount Everest. And so he doesn't mind getting up there. He's got a safety line on. And I don't know if you can see how much snow is on top there. But he was going up there to secure it and to make it watertight.
Actually,
while it was.
I had a brush, and I was brushing it off each piece of wood that I had to climb up.
So you can see, I don't know if you can see there, but there's the sheeting that he's putting on while it's snowing. So good stuff. So he's got a big portfolio. Do you want to get some pictures? He's on the other phone.
Jay's asking whether he's for hire.
In
what way?
For hire, yeah. Jane, how do you want to hire him? But look, if you're interested, let me know. He is looking for some work. He's just, he's over here. He's locked down now for another 4 days, and then he's clear to work, and that's it. So he's looking to do some stuff and start his own business and stuff. But no, it's good. It's good. So Martin has said, got to get your portfolio together if you're going to do any work, so you can show, because lenders.
I've started a bit. I've got thousands of photos. I've got lots of.
No cocaine.
Yeah, don't use the words. No, because
I do get the kitchen done half the time.
Half the time, he does, but he works twice as hard. He does. You do.
That was real snow over in France, wasn't it? just check it.
As a builder.
No, the thing is, look, a good friend of mine, you might have met him at one of the Christmas parties, but and Martin knows him. I'm not sure if you know Martin Skinner. He's a lovely, lovely guy. He really is. And because of him, he actually took out the MPs to make sure that permitted development rights was open-ended. He was massively influential in getting that, and he had I'm not exaggerating, close to £500 million business. Must be close to that.
Easy,
and
yeah.
Unfortunately, he had a car crash. He had all the cars and everything. Car crash. A young lady was injured in it, but he was under the influence of the stuff, the material that you said, and he ended up in prison. And so, yeah, even if you mention stuff online about as a joke, lenders would just say, no, it's true, isn't it, Martin?
Yeah, you can't mention it. That's all. We have freely tonight. So there we are.
But it's about learning, isn't it? It is. It's about your public persona, what you can say, what you can't, and you've got to, watch it. So it's quite funny. So yeah, as a builder, Jane wants to hire you as a builder. Okay, Jane, tell us what you want doing. Send that up to me, and we can see. All right. Beverly says, a question for Martin. My mother has a house that's unencumbered. She wants to help my two brothers out by giving them deposits for their house purchases and wants me to buy her house. Would I be able to get a mortgage using my share 25% as a deposit?
So this is tricky afterwards. This is really complex, if I get it. Mother owns house unencumbered, daughter, sons, whatever they are, want to buy share or they want to use some of their share to buy it. So we've got a scenario where there's 4 kids, so it's a quarter each, and one of them's going to buy a house, and eventually the mortgage money is there to pay the other 3 back. But it's really complex scenario. Really is. You need to really get hold of me and on the phone, and we'll go through that. It's not a quick one, Trevor. We'll be here for an hour.
That's Beverly. Beverly's lovely. She really is lovely. So I'm sure she'll contact you and have a chat. But if anyone can do it, I know you'll be able to work around it and make it work. All right.
We're doing it at the moment with our own family, so.
Right. Okay. That's good because it's a gifted deposit, and are there tax implications and and then. Yeah, and you won't have you're not evading tax because you're still buying at that purchase, providing the lender. I get it.
Yeah. It's complex. Beverly, message me.
Okay, I had another call today from someone that contacted me. His father has. So this is a scenario, but I've got an idea of what to do, but I needed to run it past you. So this is good tonight. This gentleman's father has died recently and left a house which has been, the mother's moving out, but the house has been left to this son. So, sorry, left to the mother. The mother's agreed to sell it, all right, it's worth 120, but it's selling at 115. It's in very bad condition, all right. There's no capital gains on anything. It's just clean, going to go. It's unencumbered. So what he wants to do is to put, what I've suggested is to put an option on it. He wants to do an assisted sale. It needs a refurb. So if he takes an option on it, okay, and he does the refurb, okay, could he then buy it with the equity that he's created, leaving hardly any money in?
Yeah, you're adopting the same way that you guys do the exchange delay completion stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, and also it's family, it's bloodline as well.
Yeah.
So
no problem.
That makes it easier. So I'm not even sure you'd have to do an option on it, to be fair. I think you could do that transaction without it because it's family, but it's up to them. I mean, I'm not going to get involved in that conversation, but the lenders would see it as kind of not inherited as such, but it's a property that was owned by the family. They've added value to it. Will there be a mortgage at the higher value in current conditions? Yes. So
what he's worried about, that if he doesn't have an option, the mother might, when he sells it, because he's going to add value to it.
Oh, right.
It could be a capital gains element.
Yeah, fair enough.
If he creates the added value with his own funds, there's no capital gains. It's nice and clean. She gets a 115. He can then effectively buy it, but it's worth 150 with virtually no money. Yeah, that's true.
Is
that all right?
Good point, Mr. Cutmore. Good point.
Hey, thank you very much.
I gotta go.
He's gonna go. But listen, see more of him. I will get listen, we might do a little presentation next week. I'll get him to come in and show us some high-end kitchens and some of the stuff, all right?
Yeah, I'll put some stuff together.
All right, bless you. Say goodbye.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye. All right, guys. So we actually are coming up to 45 minutes. So I guess, do we have any concluding remarks for our cash flowers for this week?
There we are. As a builder, yeah. Easy buy, yeah. That's it. You can't go out the house for another 5 days.
That's only because he's come from France.
No, he hasn't. He's come from Costa Rica.
Oh, that's it. Send him back.
Well, no, he had to stop over. Well, no, the flight landed for 2 hours in Madrid.
Wow.
So, It doesn't matter,
No.
2 weeks. It's up this Saturday night. I think.
He's self-isolating with you.
Yes.
How hard is that? He gets great food, he gets great wine. You run around after him. He shows you pretty pictures of kitchens, and you give him some more food and more wine. It's brilliant.
I think it's good. Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah,
he likes
really.
it. Let me tell you something about him. It's ever so funny. Ever since he left home, he used to ring me, and this is about connection with our kids. It's really funny, and as people go through life, they will get, whether it is bullying, whether it's been annoyed by people or being threatened by people, whatever it is. And see, at those times, he will ring me, no matter where he is, what time. But he won't tell me. He just say, "Dad, how you doing?" Now, I learned many years ago, probably 15 odd years ago, that when he rings me, whatever I'm doing, if I'm in a meeting with you guys and it's Jack, I'm going to say, "Look, I'm sorry. I will step up and I will go away." Why? Because I know that it's an important thing. So, okay, not always, but sometimes it'd be, I just need to hear my dad's voice, and then I can deal with the situation. And it's ever so strange, but it's really amazing, and it's a privilege as a father with our kids and as a mother, that the influence we have on our children and how that is. And honestly, if you ask me what true wealth is, it's family. It is. It's amazing. And friends, you guys. Family, innit, Lesley?
Yeah.
Like that, Trevor.
I like the peace sign.
I'll get Charlie in to say goodbye. She'll make me cry.
Charlie, come and say goodbye.
Don't know where she is.
Charlie. Come on, Lesley, shout on Charlie.
I worry what she's dressed like, Trevor. That's what I worry about.
Oh, it's all right. We love Charlie. She's great.
Yeah.
Cool. So, have we got a few last words to leave the Cashflow group?
Mine is, the time is right, get on with it. The time may not be right, get on with it. There's never going to be a right time, get on with it. End of. I've been here before. This is ridiculous. All this hanging about, waiting for property prices to crash.
Yeah.
Just get it. It's never going to. Look, mortgage rates are never going to be as low as they are today. Irrespective of what base rate, you can go negative if you want. Your mortgage rates aren't going negative. Those bits above base, they're going to always remain. You're not going to get any cheaper than you are today. Sorry, Trevor. Over to you.
No, I agree. Don't wait for it. Get in now. Look for the opportunities. Push, and get on with it. I really think that. Watch my YouTube videos, subscribe, and listen. Do me a great favor, guys. Share my videos onto other groups. Push it out there. Let's get things. It's gonna get exciting.
We'll get on, do some with you as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Lesley.
Good night. We're off. Bye.
Bye, guys.